Alright, welcome everyone. Let's talk about the FFA Nomad and what you have to do with all the civilization. Now, the best example I can give you when I'm playing FFA Nomad, I'm actually not looking for deer or berries or etc. I actually look for gold all the time. Because even if you don't have food at all, like let's say you need to go farms in Dark Age, there is literally no problem with that. If you need to go farm in Dark Age, do that. Especially with English, or you can do it with Byzantine as well, because English has cheaper farms, Byzantine gets two resources, right? What you need to do is always secure a goal location. Now, if you pick House of Lancaster, which I really push you towards it to play House of Lancaster, because this sieve is one of the most noob friendly sieve in FFA Nomad, even though not the strongest sieve, but it's a really noob friendly sieve, just like with English or OTD HRE as well, or Byzantine and Japanese. Very noob friendly sieves. We can say Abbasid for Abbasid as well, but let me show you what you actually need to do. Let's say we are picking House of Lancaster and we are playing a Nomad game against other players. So the start is really simple. As I said, you're gonna scout around with your king and you're gonna find where is the gold on the map. That's very simple. Try to look where the other player villager goes as well, so you don't build your TC next to another player, because what you really want to do when playing Nomad is that you want to just not build close to the players, not at all. You don't want to build close, because if you start fighting in feudal castle, that will push you back a lot. So now we enter the game, there's a deer camp, but I don't care about it. I'm playing with the House of Lancaster, so it doesn't matter. What I'm really looking forward is gonna be a gold. If the, like, let's say the deer pack is next to gold, that's really good. But what I'm actually looking for is gold. It's kind of funny that on the first start that I'm making this guide, I got the very nice seed, which is the deer seed, where you have a lot of deers, as you can see. But what you need to actually do, search for the gold. This is like one of the best locations that you can build on. If something like this happens, let's say there's a gold or some good resources, and you can build your TC next to it, that's very nice. So as you can see, when my villagers inside the circle of the merchant camp, and you build the TC, at the same time you are capturing it. It's nice, isn't it? So at the same time building TC, I'm capturing it. Now, we actually don't have downtime while building our TC, because we need to use the king to scout around all the areas to see what do we have. So you just send around the king, but be careful, because there's a high chance that if you are very close to a player base, they may try to snipe your king with their villager. So just try to run around your base, sprint back, always keep your sprint without cooldown. You don't want your sprint to be on cooldown. When you the enemy villagers, wait until they are very close to your king, and after that start the sprinting. Don't start the sprinting before the villagers, because you need to try to bring those villagers closer to your base, which means more idle time, more travel time for that player. If the enemy player is accidentally moving around your TC, just garrison your villagers inside, kill those villagers, because that was his mistake. Now, as you can see, it's really nice with the House of Lancaster that when you finish the TC, you actually start with 4 sheep. Now, that's the reason why I said House of Lancaster is one of the best civ for players that looking for a little bit easier play on Nomad, because you automatically start with sheep, so you have the gold, you have the sheep, you can easily go up to the next stage. What I really like to do with the House of Lancaster is make a scout, because their bonus ability, bonus passive thing is that they are gathering sheep even more faster. So from here on, as I said, literally every civilization varies the same. You need to find the gold. As soon as you find the gold, you have zero problem. Even if you are Rus, you will play a little bit differently because you're gonna build production building, aka hunting cabins. Now let me show you that as well. So I show you how to play House of Lancaster in FFA Nomad because House of Lancaster is the best example of starting with a scout in Dark. Now there are two civilizations that can do the same thing, starting scout in a Dark Age. Let me show you that. One of them is the Rus and the Mongols. Mongols can build a stable in the Dark Age and you can make scout out of it. Rus can make hunting cabin, and from the hunting cabin you can make scout. Abbasid and Ayyubid and Ottoman can make a dock in the Dark Age and queue up a fishing ship immediately. There are no other civilization that can do that. This is the three civilization can do. Just build a dock, you can queue up a fishing ship. Then we have Ottoman, English, Japanese, the civilizations that can build a barrack in Dark Age in case you need to secure a really good location and the player's trying to build there. What you need to do with Japanese, build a barrack, or Ottoman or English, build a barrack, build a house, and you can make unit. You can immediately make, like, I think Ottoman you can make 2 spearmen, English you can make 2 men-at-arms, and Japanese you can make 1 samurai. I'm not sure, 1 samurai and maybe 1 samurai, 1 spearman. But this is the 3 civilizations that can actually make units in the Dark Age. You can do with Knights Templar as well, but you need to get the wood for that, because you have only 100 wood, but because you don't need lumber camp, you can just get a little bit of wood, you can build a barrack, but it's more complicated to do that with Knights Templar compared to the other civilization. There are other methods as well to protect your villagers early on. Example, the Delhi. The Delhi can build a mosque in the Dark Age, and with that, you can get your scholars out of the mosque and fight the enemy player with your scholar. So that's a really good play as well to secure the locations that you're looking for with Delhi. Then what other Steve as we have example, the Malian plays a little bit differently because the Malian starts with a pit mine. So with the Malian, you actually don't need to build on the gold because the Malian builds a pit mine on the gold. Just be close, you don't need to put your TC on the gold, just be close of that gold. Build your pit mine, focus on building all the houses before you are starting to age up as well, right? So I'm gonna show you a really good case of that right now. We're gonna load up a Malian. Malian is really nice as well for playing FFA Nomad. Not the easiest Civ, of course. It's not really the easiest Civ to play with. But let me show you as well how to start with the Malian. But as I said, most of the civilizations will start the same. You just need to look out for a gold, not for a deer or a berry patch. Gold is like very important. Like gold is for you to age up, to make traders, to get upgrades, while food can be made by building farms. And there is no problem building farms in a Dark Age at all. If you have to you have to build it, and that's it. There's like nothing else you can do. What you need to do, if let's say you couldn't find food around you but only gold, try to look for a TC, right? Sorry, a stone, and build a second TC immediately, or even a 3 TC. There is literally 0 problem with building 3 TC. So let's see. Okay, this is a really good example. So there is a gold vein, right? So where are we going to build a TC? We can build it here, that's not bad. Or we can build it a little bit closer to the gold, because we need to actually protect it, so we are not getting attacked. While you are building that, you can, look at this. So you can build a pit mine on it. So from the start, you can either make a scout out of your TC or just queue up for villager. The reason sometimes I don't make a scout, because I'm not really looking forward to get sheep, or if I have Rus player in the game or I have Mongol player, that scout will not really bring as many sheep back, right? So let's say I just got like 5 or 6 sheep, which was not worth to delay one of your villager, because I already know I have a Rus, I have a Mongol in the game. Most likely they already gathered the sheep. Or when a player starts in the middle, there's a high chance that player who starts in the middle will get most of the ships on the map. So rather delaying your economy by skipping out one villager, right? Just queue up the villager, use your king. Don't try to be very risky with your king scouting, and that's the most important. So now, again, as I said, Malian, you build it up your TC. You want to chop a tree immediately, and let me show you why. Let's say there is no food around you, but again, as I said, gold equals all resources. Gold equals important. It is very important to have gold. So let me show you what happens if Malian doesn't have a starting food. Like, let's say I couldn't put the TC on that location. So what you need to do is actually just build a mill, and now just keep sending villagers to wood. Just keep sending villagers to wood. You're gonna queue up a cow, a cattle. Almost done. Drop the wood and go for the cattle. Now you will need to make 2 of these, but you will able to do that since this speed mine is supporting you, and it will support you the whole game. So now just keep making villagers. As soon as you get gold again from the pit mine, make another kettle, because as I said, you will need it. Keep sending the villagers and make sure your pit mine is fully builded. While you are gathering the food from that kettle, another one has arrived. Just make sure you kill it before all your villagers start to hit on the same cattle. And now you can start building houses around your pit mine, which will boost your gold generation and will help you to get to the feudal faster. So this is a really good way to play Malians when you don't have food nearby your TC. From this you can go Calboom or you can go to TC. You can even do feudal aggression, or you can just skip through feudal and get to castle immediately. Because don't forget, your Malian units have no problem to fight H3 units. You have the Musafari Warrior to counter Manaton, you have the Javelin Thrower to counter Archer and Crossbow, you have all the units you need to do damage to your opponent. So yeah, that's how to start with Malian in FFA Nomad. So, the same with Japanese, you can start on gold. Same with Chinese and Sushi, they actually don't build next to the resource. The reason behind that, because you need to build a mining camp, you need to build a lumber camp. Like, doesn't matter what, you always need to do that. So let me show you that. Okay. It's the same for China and Sushi as well. You actually don't build your TC next to those resources. What you need to do, so the reason behind that, because you need the taxes. With China and Sushi, you have to collect the taxes. So that's why we don't build directly on a deer camp. Now, let me show you. So when you are playing with China and Sushi, you don't build on deer camp. You don't build on berries or like this. You always leave like 2 tiles of gap, because now you can build a mining camp here. And you need to collect the taxes. So when you are playing China or Sushi, never ever try to build your TC directly on the resources, because you are just messing up your taxation, which you need an IO. Sushi spawns with an IO and China doesn't. So with China you have to make an IO, or you can just not make an IO, just get to feudal. Like with 5 villagers. Get the IO from the
Realmente.
Imperial Academy, that's fine as well. But it is really important to not don't forget that you don't need to build very very close to the resources with China and Zushik. So the rest of the civilizations are just playing out the same. You can build a close TC with French, Jeanne d'Arc, Knights Templar, or HRE, OOTD, Delhi English, House of Lancaster, Mongol, Ottoman, Rus. And this is how simple it is to play FFA Nomad, not ruin your games, and the simplicity what you need to do early on. Later on, everything just based on your one versus one experience. There is nothing else. So later on, when we are like 20 or 30 minutes into the game, it's just all based how good you are in one versus one. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I helped you in your journey for FFA Nomad. To go to toilet, be right back. Okay, sorry for that. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. We need to make a beginner save tier list as well. Age of Empires. Yeah, list. Okay. That's good. Right. Okay, okay. Okay. So, are you guys ready? Making a lot of guides and tier lists and everything for today. Because I promised, because of my Apex success, that I'm Platinum China, by the way. We are making a lot of guides and tier lists. Okay. All sips? All sips. Welcome everyone, and let me tell you something. This tier list will be based on how easy it is to play a Civ. Should you pick that Civ up or not? But again, this Civ tier list is only for the players who are beginner players who are just want to start playing the game, or just want to switch to another civilization. Now, after watching so many games, because I have to watch so many games that people played, and to understand the win rates as well, why this Civ has a huge win rate, why that Civ has a bad win rate, etc. I understood what is the problem or how to play the Civs, like you need to get into it. So, first of all, the most beginner civilization, in my honest opinion, is not gonna be the English. First of all, it's gonna be OOTD. The reason behind that, because OOTD doesn't need to micro that much. You need to most of the time macro, but not really micro. And when I'm watching these low league gamers, they actually play an A move game all their games. They don't even. I couldn't even see a single OOTD game where the player actually microed. And the reason why this civilization won the game, let's say it's a gold league, right? So the reason why this guy won the game instead of the Chinese, because also the Chinese player didn't micro, right? So when you are playing with, let's say, China or OOTD, the only difference is gonna be between you is the micro. If you don't micro with OOTD, you have zero problem. Absolutely no problem. You can do whatever you want to do. But if you don't micro with China, most of the time, obviously, you will lose the fight because you need to aim to the target or just pull your units back or A move or step move, all the things, you know, you know. So first of all, OOTD is one of the best beginner civilization. I can tell you that if you pick OOTD as a beginner civilization, you will not have a slightest problem. Next one. Same with Japanese. Japanese is a very nice and easy beginner civilization. You have also men at arms in the feudal age, so you can make very nice looking units. But it's not just about the nice looking units. But we know the men at arms are really good and strong. Not against knights, of course, or crossbow. But also they have Ona Bugeisha, which also an A attacking movie unit where you don't need to micro at all. You just let your units to fight, and that's why also Japanese is really good civilization. You get the food landmark as well for feudal, so you don't really need to build farms. You can get all the natural resources while you are getting the free food from the free farm generating landmark, right? So you have the OOTD, that's very easy to micro. You have the Japanese, that's very easy to micro and very easy to macro. So both civilization, if you are a beginner player or you want to switch to a much easier civilization to play with, you can pick either OOTD or Japanese. Now English is, in my honest opinion, not as beginner friendly like OOTD or Japanese, but they are very easy and simple to play. Because what you need to do is actually just spam farms, or maybe you go to TC or King. They are not the beginner friendly civilization, I would say, but they are very simple and easy to play with them. So they are not like challenging or hard civilization to play with, but they are very simple, very easy. So if you wish to pick up easy mode, then you should pick up English or French. Both English, French, again, very simple what you need to do. With French, you need to make knights. With English, you need to make lombos, right? You can make a lot of villagers, and even if you sometimes forgot to make villagers, it's not as punishing because the French makes villagers much faster. And I can tell you that 100 million% that there's gonna be games where both player forgot to make villagers, but the French player will actually make villagers faster. So that's really good. Another beginner civilization is the House of Lancaster. Now you're asking, why is the House of Lancaster such a beginner civilization to play with? Well, because they spawn with more sheep. So even if you have hard time to find sheep on the map, you have zero problem because you spawn with, I think, 4 extra sheep. So you have 9 at the start, which is crazy. That's enough to go to castle. Not really, but that's a lot of food. Because that's how much? Let's calculate it together. It's 200, 200, 400, 200, 800 extra food compared to other civilization. And also you get her from sheep much faster as well. You have insanely good landmarks in feudal and castle. Very defensive, and it's very simple what you need to do. You just need to build manors. Well, you know, if you forgot to build villager, then you just build manor, and that's all you need to do. You have a really good marathon as well in the castle age, really nice units in feudal, the yeoman or the spearman. And let's say if you accidentally upgraded the synchronized shot, you use the synchronized shot, and it's very easy on the low league as well, because people doesn't move their units. So most of the time, your synchronous shot will land and destroy the enemy range units, of course, or spearmen, or unarmored units. But well, anyway, so the House of Lancaster as well as a really good beginner civilization, because you can hold the feudal men at arms with your manors or Lord of Lancaster or your spearman. Your spearman can remove 1/1 or more from the enemy men at arm, which makes them really vulnerable. So you can easily kill the enemy men at arm with your -1/1. Really nice. The next civilization that we are talking about, and it's gonna be very simple and easy. Now, which one gonna be? Of course, it's the Abbasid. This trio is one of the most easiest civ to play together. Abbasid, very simple, very easy what you need to do. You can go 2TC or 2TC or 2TC or 2TC. Did I told you that? You can make 2TC. So most of the time, Abbasid will go 2TC. Of course, there are like option, fast castle, or trading. But the most simplest way to play that you are going into economic wing and just build a second TC. And after that, you just spam farms. Because we have English, you know? English at home. Like literally, you have cheap farms, just like English with the economic wing. So you can spam farms. Very simple, very easy to play with. And your Gulam army with their A move or the million cannon archers will mostly win the game for you. Now the next one we're gonna play is gonna be actually in a hard civilization, which is the China. There is also the reason why their win rate is insanely bad, because China is really challenging to play with, because how you manage your IOs, where you put the IOs, when you are collecting taxes, do you boost stone, gold, wood, do you even put IO on granaries, etc. And because of that, people on low league can't really use the full strength of China, right? They just can't. They just don't know how to fully mine out all the abilities and everything that China has, and because of that, the win rate is tanked down like crazy. And also, I watched, I'm not joking, 12 Chinese game, 6 from Gold League and 6 from Platinum League, and they have absolutely no idea how to use the IO or when to make IOs, and that because of that you are missing on a lot of timings, where if you play with OTD you just Bellator, it's gonna be good, you know. And that's the reason why China is more harder to play with like OTT, because of the all the economic or the China taxation, have when to collect tax, when to boost your resources, and etc. That's a huge difference between them. Now next one, JD. JD is also a challenging. It's not an intermediate, but a challenging, because JD is all around. JD is your heart of the swarm. You know what I mean? So if you lose JD, you actually losing all your bonuses, because what French has, it's much simple, faster villager production, cheaper, economical buildings, and many more, cheaper keeps. JD has to be alive all the time. You cannot lose JD. If you lose JD, you always lose gold and the abilities. And JD, because it doesn't really have the French uniqueness, right? It doesn't have faster villager production, doesn't have keep influence. If you can't put your abilities on buildings, then it's gonna be really challenging to play with the civilization. Of course, it's just as simple as French. Like you just make knights and archers, knights and knights and more knights, and just make knights and more knights and knights and more knights, and that's just like French. But because all your bonuses are around JD, and if you lose it, or if you forget to level it up, because I see even low league players forget to level up JD. I don't think even they know that there is a button to level up JD. But I see many players who forgot to level up JD to level 2, or they are losing JD a hell lot. So JD is gonna be challenging for you. Now Malian. is also a horse civilization because Malian doesn't have Manatorm. It has a Freeborn Warrior with the Foreign Bagation, but the Foreign Bagation is not as strong as people believe. And even on High League, people don't go Freeborn Warrior, they go um, Poison Javelin Throwers. So they go Poison Javelin Throwers, not Freeborn Warrior. What Malian makes it really hard to play with. But first of all, again, as I said, you don't have Manatorm. You don't have crossbow because your crossbow is actually a melee unit called Musafari Warrior. So you always have to micro your Musafari Warriors to make sure they are hitting the armor targets and not the light armor targets. Your range anti-range units called Javelin Thrower. If you have, let's say, 20 Javelin Throwers and you shoot one archer, then you are overkilling that archer so much that while you are finishing to kill all the enemy archer, you already lost all the Javelin Thrower. Insanely micro intensive civilization. You need to know your whole economy. You really need to know your economy. Very macro dependent as well. Mongols. Mongols, it's really an intermediate civ. It's not really challenging and not really easy, but it's literally in this middle way. You don't need to build houses, so you can put yourself into a supply bug. You can go to 2TC or you can go to trade, and you just need to build pastures. Like every time when you have 150 wood in your bank, just drop down a pasture. I think honestly, Mongols are not really easy, as I said before, but not really hard to play with. It's literally in the middle way. It's a fine line to play with Mongols, and exactly that all around it. It's not really hard. I see many people. I coach many Mongol players as well, and their biggest problem was only the timings. But like microing or understanding how Mongols play is actually not as bad or hard. Most of the time, you will tower rush anyway. Zushi. Zushi the same with China, by the way. Zushi even have more IOs. So you're gonna even struggle more to understand where to put your IOs. Because you can go up to 8 Imperial official with Zushi. So again, it's again really hard to like min-max your taxation, your pro scouting, relic collecting, pagodas, dynasty system. So everything is really hard around China and Zushi. So I would not pick that when I start playing with Age of Empires 4 for sure. But if you want to try to pick them and you play it correctly, you understand the civilization, it will be such a huge dominant civilization in your knowledge rank, right? Like compared to an OOTD, that you can easily beat most of the players on the rank leader. But for that, you really need to understand the civilization, and you might lose 100 games before you're gonna win one game with these 2 or 3 civilization. Next one, Ayubid. Ayubid is not really the same as a Abbasid. It's harder to play. It is harder to play because you need to even macro your villagers on the berry bushes so you don't completely fully harvest those berries. You actually have to play with way many different wings against other civilization, but at the same time it's not really that hard. It's just like Mongols. There is one route that you can always do with the wings, and that's very fine. There's no problem with playing only that route. Like let's say you go to dervish into villager into military reinforcement, or you can go villager into dervish into military reinforcement. See, so you can just switch these up, or you can go military reinforcement into village into dervish into villager. So it's not really hard to understand how the wings work, and you can just choose one single path and you can play it in all games because it's gonna work. HRE is also not the easiest civilization because your prelates, you need to move your prelates left to right. If one Aachen Chapel is not really just, you know, one Aachen Chapel and that's enough. That's not how it works. You need to collect the relics. You need to boost your army. You always have to watch your units to where they are running, because they are also very very fast. You have very very fast infantry with HRE. You don't start with gold early on, so you need to really understand the economy of HRE. So it's not really simple to play with, just like these other three civilizations. So you really need to push yourself into it to understand what you need to do. Byzantine is not hard. If someone is telling you Byzantine is hard, they are coping. You can actually, up until Conqueror 3, beat players without gathering sheep. Okay? Do you understand what I'm talking to you right now? You can beat people up to Conqueror 3 without gathering a single fucking sheep. Not even berries. You can start with building farms in Dark Age and just beat players. It is not insanely hard. It is challenging to play because it requires a lot of micro and macro knowledge and where to put your cisterns, but it's not that hard like comparing to like a Malian, right? You have the same generic units. You have Menaton, you have Spearman. Your Spearman is even stronger. You have Olive Oil, which would be a little bit like makes it a little bit not as easy to play with because you need to spend your extra resources, right? Like again, every civilization has the same resources, not the Byzantine, because the Byzantine one extra, which is the olive oil. But compared to what Byzantine was back in the day, there would be another slot called PhD that would be Byzantine. But nowadays, Byzantine is very simple to play, very easy to play. So I can tell you that just pick up Byzantine if you wish to. It's gonna be a little bit challenging, right? It's not gonna be as intermediate or easy, or it's not a beginner civilization. But at the end, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. So we have 4 civilizations left. Now, 2 more civilizations will go to the hard. One of them is the Knight Templar, and the other one is the Rus. Now I can tell you why. With Rus, you need to always spam your hunting cabins at the correct time. So the hunting cabins have a correct timing and know how to put them, like example, not to put them next to each other. You need to professional scout, you need to collect the relics, you need to go hard trade house. There is a really stable builder for Rus. You need to always watch your military because the horse archers can easily die to spearmen or archers. So there's a lot of things to do with Rus, like crazy amount of things to do in like literally in 1 minute, or even in Dark Age. You need to build 2 hunting cabin. How do you build a hunting cabin? How can you build a house when you just start with 200 wood, but you need 200? You need 2 hunting cabin. How to get the professional scout? What to do if the enemy makes spearman? So everything is really based on your knowledge, and that's what makes the civilization very hard. Like China or Zushi because of the IOs. Rus, why is it so hard? Because you have to know every little timings to be successful, and because pro players know that, that's a really good reason why Rus is one of the most banned civilization, right next to HRE. Because pros can literally use the full 100% power of Rus, and also using warrior monks to buff your army all the time. Knights Templar. Why is it so hard to play with Knights Templar, you might ask? The reason behind it is because the pilgrims, that you need to actually escort the pilgrims. You can play it as like Pepega and just do like Manatons in H3 or Chevalier Confrere in H2 with archers. So there is like, let's say, simplicity. It's really good that you get food by gathering wood, but Knights Templar also based on timings and to understand how to protect your pilgrims, when to ignore your pilgrims, how to build your second TC style, which map you need to pick them on. It's really confusing for new players to play with Knights Templar, because it is for new players or low league players. Knights Templar is actually hard to play with because you don't even have gunpowder units in H4, right? You don't have bombard, you don't have hand cannoneers. So in H4, 100% of the time players will get destroyed because they don't understand how to play their H4. H2, it's very hard because you will be behind most of the time with villagers, and if you don't protect your pilgrims, then again you're gonna be behind a lot. A lot you're gonna be behind. Now, Ottoman is also a civilization that's challenged to play because you need to know when to put your military schools. Again, you don't need to build a Dark Age military school. If you wish to rush, just build a barrack. It's much better, not as much time consuming, and it's simpler, much more simpler than building a Dark Age military school. Build a military school in Feudal Age, and do not waste your time in Dark Age to try to build your military school. It doesn't generate much resource. I think if I calculated correctly, it's like 60 something, 61, 62 resource per minute. So, or maybe 60 resource per minute in Dark Age. It's not worth it. Do not waste your time to build Dark Age military school. Do whatever else, but do not build Dark Age military school because it's just waste of resource. Your villagers are just wasting insane amount of resource. So later on, Imperial is very easy because the Great Bombard and Ribaldo Janissary Sipai. But H3 and H2 is not really simple. You need to know the solid play of Ottoman to understand how you need to play it, and that's it. Delhi challenging as well. The reason behind that because of your upgrades. I even see sometimes pro players forget to queue up their upgrades. Now imagine what happens with Delhi at low league, right? So even if pro players sometimes they forget the upgrades, like I would really put here a reaction by Beastie when he says that, oh my god, he forgot to queue up the blah 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 upgrade. So it happens when other pro players react to the pro players. They forget to queue up upgrades. So again, Delhi is not easy, not beginner, not into it. It is a challenging civilization, but again, that doesn't mean that you should not play with Delhi. But all these civilization, I'm pretty sure you will have easier time to understand the game, how it works, the mechanism, and the micro how to put your prelates, where to collect relics, when to build farms, and all the other things. The challenging and hard civilization are still good. You can still pick them up, but you will face that it's gonna be harder to win a game up until you understand what you are doing wrong and how to counter the enemy. All right. This is my tier list for beginner or low league tier players. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I help you to pick civilization. No, Japanese is insane easy. You just make samurai. Literally the same reason why OTD is easy. Because you just make Manaton. That's it. Like low league players, they don't really micro or understand. Okay. Okay. I'm golden. I understand everything. Yeah, that's why you're golden. Yeah, literally Naniyori. Like what you need to do. Samurai, maybe Onabugesha. Do you need to put farms? No, because you have a landmark generating farms for you, right? You just need to upgrade your landmark once and that's it. Literally that's it. Just upgrade your landmark once and you are getting even faster from the farms. Like where other civilization they are paying for their farms, you have automatically like automatic farm generation. Alright. Now we are making Civ guides. Alright, welcome everyone. We are making a new guide and I'm gonna make this with every civilization. I'm gonna call this F the meta. Okay, we're gonna call this F the meta because we are not playing by the meta. We are playing freely and that's how we're gonna win the games. We don't care what kind of meta games that the enemy is playing against us. We just need to fully understand the game early on and that's completely fine. If you wanna do this, you can actually win games with this style as well, because you just don't follow the meta. You want to play something fresh, something nice, but also you want to win the games, right? So let's try to win the game and let's focus on the simplicity and let me show you what you actually need to do. So first on, we are playing with the Byzantine. What we are doing is a mining camp and a house. See? Mining camp, house. We have 6 villagers on the sheep and we are building mining camp house. Now what I'm going to do is gonna shock most of the players. I'm gonna build a lumber camp. Yes, you see correctly, I'm building a lumber camp and I have only 6 villagers on food, which means I'm gonna have a little bit delayed next age up, but that's completely fine. Nobody cares. If I'm gonna get a delayed age up, then I'm gonna get a delayed age up. So I'm gonna send villagers as well. When this is done, I just build a cistern immediately. Okay, so that's done. I build a cistern, but I'm still sending some villagers to wood. So let's see what will happen. This is a very simple and easy to do Byzantine. This is a freestyling of when the enemy will see what you are doing. They will actually not understand. They're gonna scratch their own head and they're gonna ask what this player is doing actually, because they will not get it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put 4 villager onto the wood. So we have 6 for 2, right? Perfect. Let's put a little bit more villager to food now. We have the numbers what we needed and now we are putting villagers to food while you are scouting with your scout all around the map. So don't forget, this guide will go with every civilization. I'm gonna do this freestyling with every civilization. Because you don't care about the meta. You wanna have fun at the same time winning games, right? And that's what we're gonna actually do. When you have the farm, when you have 75 wood, sorry, that's what I wanted to say. When you have 75 wood, just build a farm immediately. And we are building a lot of farms in this game. Alright, we can age up. Boom, putting up 4 villagers on the age up, or you can put 3 villagers as well. It's up to you how many villagers you do. Build another farm. Yes, you are saying correctly. We are just building a second farm. Don't forget, you always need villagers in the queue. And now that we have enough villager on food to sustain our villager production, now we are just putting more villagers to wood, because soon we need to build production buildings as well, right? We don't do like early stone mining 7,000 cistern early on. We're just playing it casually, normally. Again, we wish to win a game, right? So you're really looking forward to win a game, but at the same time, you don't really care about the meta. You just want to have fun, to see how the Byzantine economy works, and that's fully respectable. There is literally no problem to do that or look up for it on how to do that, right? So we are slowly aging up, collecting our resources, We might need to drop a house. Boom, just like that. Okay, keep collecting the wood. Now we have 2 farms. That's perfect. Don't build more farms. You will very soon. But we are actually using berries very soon on this landmark. Okay, and when we age up, we will build 2 really important buildings. You will see as soon as I age up. Send the villagers the berries up from the sheep. And boom, you have 7 villager here. Queue up the wheelbarrow immediately when you age up. Okay, and let's see, what can we build? Let's build this, right? A masonry house. And let's build a barrack. Or you can build a stable, or you can build an stable or archery. But we are building, let's say, a barrack and a masonry house. And we are going with the lombos. Alright. Being it up. At the same time, you can put more villagers on your food. Let's say we are going with the lombo man. You can go with German trovers as well, but let's say we go with the lombo man because that's the most easiest and the simple to play with. And we are building extra farms just in case. Okay. We have the hardened spearman upgrade, and we queue up spearman immediately. We are almost done on the grand binary, and we are making limited. We can build another system now. See, without mining a single stone and just building your simple economy, you already have your level 2 system. Congratulations. And now we are just focusing to make units. And we just have a really good solid economy. Research the horticulture as well if you can. Connect the cisterns. Build more farm. Need to wait for the farm to finish. Make your units. And from here on, you can do whatever you wish to do in your games. When you are getting out your lombomans, you can push out. You can even use your spearman to send to the enemy base and do some damage. Of course, what type of unit you need to make is based on the opponent as well. So like, let's say if you're playing against English, it's much better to build a javelin thrower with archer or horseman, because most of the time enemy English players will not really build spearman unless you go with horseman or lombowman. Then they will build spearman, of course. And now the simplicity of the build is that we are building farms, we are setting up our economy, we are making units non-stop. If you need blacksmith, build a blacksmith. And now you just can run around your opponent base and do some damage while you have a really good and solid economy at home, right? Because you have these farms, these are giving you a crazy amount of economy. So now you are just making units, you are preparing your machineries, you get to check what machinery. Ooh, you have elephant here or chugan. Okay, you have to go that way for castle age. So this is just a really simple, easy play with Byzantine. What you need to do now is to only micro and slowly go up to the castle age. As you can see, I'm very slowly actually going up to the castle age as well. So I'm making units, I'm making my crazy Byzantine economy, as you can see. I can even pull off a few villagers from wood and put it on gold, so I age up even faster. But this simple and easy build will help you teach you to play with Byzantine while having really good economy at home and harassing your opponent as well. You can build a blacksmith, you can get your upgrades. And look at that, we are slowly but approaching Castle Age, where we have a great numbers of military. So again, from here on, you can do aggression. Let's say if you get tower rushed on your berries and you can't collect berries, do not worry. Do not worry. What you need to do, actually, what I show you, we just build the farms in Dark Age, right? And that's how you're gonna get your olive oil. Look at it. Look at it. Boom. We hate you, king. We didn't vote it for you. So if you get tower rushed on your berries by any civilization, you just have the Dark Age farms, and those Dark Age farms will help you a lot to get your olive oil up to build your machinery units. And look at that, how crazy my economy is right now. But I'm still making units. See, this is the Byzantine economy if you just make farms starting from the Dark Age. It's actually insane. Look at that, I'm floating like crazy. And at 10 minutes, I can just age up. 10-minute age up with having 13 spearmen, 14 spearmen, because I lost one. So that's what I'm talking about. You can play Byzantine very simple as well. Like, you can make units, you can harass the opponent. Look at that. And I'm aging up at the same time. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, this is one of those ways where you can play Byzantine. And how everything started with the Dark Age farm. And now I'm going castle with a great army. And again, if you got tower rushed on your berries, you can just ignore it, get your barrack, make like 7-8 spearmen, and after torch it down. Don't forget, there's an ability called shield wall where you get less range damage. Receive less range damage. And I still have crazy amount of food because of the farms. And a very good timing. And now I can build stables, get some cataphrag. I can even get my next level of assistance as well. So yeah, this is a very simple, easy way to play Byzantine. If you wish to do that, try it on against an AI first. So I wish, before you go to ranked, try it against AI, and after that try it against normal players. So I hope you enjoyed this really simple F the meta Byzantine build. I'm gonna do it with every civilization. Now guys, how do you like that? Dude, what the fuck? I aged up at 10 minutes. I just realized. With having like 30 military population. I didn't even realize that with Byzantine. Wait, hold up. Hold up. 10 minutes age up with that amount of unit? With Dark Age farms? That's actually insane. Wow. Alright, let's go with Japanese. We have a few civilizations to do this, chat. A few civilizations. Congratulations. Welcome everyone, this is the F the meta, because we are not playing like the players that playing the meta, right? this is the Japanese, and let's see what we're gonna do with the Japanese if we don't care about the meta. We just want to win games and have fun at the same time. Now, the Japanese is a really simple civilization to play with because they have samurais, which is very, very nice. We're gonna do the basic 6-2, as you're gonna see, sending villager to gold. So this is the very, very basic age up. I mean, focus to age up. So there are two differences here. If you have berries very, very close to your gold camp or stone or whatever camp you have, you just send it like this. If you don't have a berries and the gold close to each other, then you have to remove one villager from the sheep, and you actually have to build a house on the berries. Don't use the gold villagers to do that. So now we are doing the casual 8-2, okay? Casual 8-2, which is 8 villager on food, 2 villager on gold. This is the most casual way to age up with every civilization. So now that we have 8-2, we are focusing on wood. We are collecting all the straggle trees around the TC, or if you don't wish to do that, you don't want to macro your villagers, just go to the wood line. Just go to the wood line immediately and build a lumber camp. The reason behind that, so here you can save 50 wood, but you have to macro your villagers to get to the next wood, because that tree is not in the range of this tree. Most of the time your villagers will go idle. Happened with a lot of good players as well when they played tournament, and they were like asking like, hey guys, why did this happen? Why my villagers didn't go to the next tree, etc. Because they thought it's a bug. Well, actually it's not a bug, it's just not in the range of the other trees, and that's why the villagers will not choose to harass that other straggler tree. Okay, so we are aging up right now. Put the 4 villager that you need for age up, and just put down your landmark. You always want to go with Kura storehouse because this is the most easiest and simplest landmark that you can play. And now I'm gonna put only 4 villager on wood. You don't need more than 4 villager with this Japanese build. You just need the 4 villager, and that's all. 4 villager on wood. Now here, you need to focus your villagers either food or gold. That's all. If you need more food, put more villagers to food. If you need more gold, put more villagers to gold. So there are 2 things that you can go. You can research tower right now, which is 75 resource amount of upgrade, right? Or you can just keep it and you can say, I'm gonna bring 1 villager to the other side of the map. And you're gonna be like, what? He's bringing 1 villager on the other side of the map? Yes, exactly, that's what I'm going to do. You can say, well, tower are gonna increase your movement speed. Well, if you wish to do that with tower, then do it. Let's say I do it as well. But tower most of the time, tower most of the time is only for gathering resources. Alright, so let's head to the other side of the map. Okay. As soon as your landmark is done, you need to put your villager immediately on it. So now, let's build a barrack here. This build is gonna be annoying, very frustrating. For the enemy, not for you, but for the enemy, they're gonna be so frustrated. You can even build a tower. If you are that player who is getting raided or don't know how to handle the raids, just build a tower here, okay? If you need to, just build a tower. Just build a tower right there. If you research the tower, also you can just push your villagers to collect berries. Don't forget that. So now what we are going to do is we are upgrading the samurai, and look how annoying it's gonna be. So it's just how annoying you're going to be. Look at that. So I'm building another barrack here, and I'm gonna go, when this one is done, I'm gonna build a barrack here as well. So the point of this playing this Japanese build, again, this is not meta at all. People are not playing like this in a higher league, is to be hella annoying. That's why you are putting also less amount of villager on wood as well, because you just need enough villager to get your wood for your barracks. And look at that. So if you didn't know, for Japanese, the barrack also only 75 wood. You can even do this with 2 villager. Now you are just running around your opponents everywhere, and you are building barracks, and you are just sending your samurais into their base, idling their economy. Even if you lose your samurai, you don't kill villagers, you just want them to idle your economy. This is actually what in a gold lobby would happen. Either garrison to the TC, or they will try to kill your samurai. What you really need to do, by the way, is to research +1 ranged armor inside your TC, so you can be more annoying. And just go around your enemy and just build literally barracks everywhere. Look at that. And building barracks everywhere. Idling out the enemy economy, not letting him to get the resources. While at home, I always watch for my farms to be occupied with a villager. And you just need to be annoying as hell with your very, very cheap barracks. Let's say if the enemy is camping one barrack, you are not making units out of that barrack anymore. You just go to the other barrack, you make it here, you make it here, or you make it here. So you always want to be sure the enemy is not camping your barrack anymore, and just make unit out of the other barrack. And this is again a very simple and not a way that you will see pro players playing Japanese. While you are doing this, you can head to the castle age as well. Very, very slowly, but you are heading to the castle age. And just making out some samurai. You can even make Onobugeisha. If you wish to make Onobugeisha, you can make Onobugeisha. They are cheaper, very... they can do really good DPS to villagers, but they can't tank enemy TC fire shots, or they can't really fight as well as like a samurai. You can even get Tatara for extra damage. At the same time, I'm putting more villagers on farms. And look how annoying it is to deal with, because you have, again, barracks all around the enemy player, right? Like literally everywhere. He doesn't know what to do. And you just keep building barracks. Look, I can queue up 2 more barracks. And now I can just attack him while I'm slowly focusing to get to the next stage, right? So slowly focusing on to the next stage. You can give them more upgrades if you need for your samurais. And just be annoying. You can even get your other resources, because you are just pushing your enemy to stay under his own TC, right? So most of the time they will not even try to raid you or to do any damage. And you are slowly going to the castle age. Look at that. I was really annoying. I was building barracks. Even if they are camping and trying to destroy these barracks, you will open up the timing window for yourself to get to castle age, get your units here back, build new buildings at your own base, or just still making units around the enemy base. We age up, we're gonna choose the floating gate. And what you need to do, the first floating gate will go not into the TC, haha. either into the farmhouse or your lumber camp. If you need more food, put it into the farmhouse. If you need more gold, put it into the forge. There is no wrong answer of putting your first Yorishiro inside of which building you are putting it into. You can put into every building. The reason why I not suggest you to put it inside your TC, because if you are that type of player who forget to make villagers, that first Yorishiro is actually gonna be useless to put inside a TC. Rather put it into one of your resource making building so you get even more resources. During age up, you can even queue up more samurai if you wish to and do some damage to your opponent. And this is one of the unique ways to play Japanese off meta. I hope you liked it. I hope you will try this out on the against AI first, and after that on the ranked ladder. It's actually will work for you if you do it just like how I said. Mix in your style a little bit, and it's gonna be even better. Enjoy Japanese. Okay, chat. I need to go 5 minutes. Be right back. Just 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. So next one is gonna be the Abbasid. We are going through every civilization because if you guys haven't seen, I posted as well. I did post it, so if you didn't read it, it's not my fault. That I promise that I'm gonna do a guide with every civilization. Like a guide that's insane is simple. The most simplest guide. It's just simple. It's just easy to do. Welcome the F the Meta Abbasid simple guide. What we need to do with Abbasid is insane. It's simple, very simple. Pull all your 6 villages. You don't even need to macro it. You don't even need to use a giga brain to do it. Just put all the 6 villagers on the barriers. Nobody cares. So we are putting the villagers on it. Boom, and let them get her the berries. We don't want to insanely micro. Just do some very simple things with the Abbasid. Again, these guides are very good for players who are trying to play the game or something new they want to try out. So it is considered as like a beginner guide or, you know, a new player guide. But again, what we do is very simple. We put 6 villagers on berries, well, 8 villagers on berries, sorry for that. 8 villagers on berries and 2 villagers on gold. So again, we just follow the same theme of villagers and resources with most of the civilization, which is the 8-2. And what I'm going to do next time is gonna be a little bit of shocking, but you will understand why I'm doing that. So this is still simple, this is still good, this is how you play Abbasid. There's nothing crazy in it, right? This is just a simple Abbasid play. Now we will build with this villager that comes out, like we have 8-2, we will build the House of Wisdom. Boom, here you go. Now every new villager we go to wood. And this villager goes to wood as well. You just collect 50 extra wood so you can build a mining camp and a lumber camp. And you leave these 2 villagers on gold, of course, while aging up. You age up with the economic wing. Pretty simple. And you pull up at least 3 villagers off from wood. Make sure you have at least 6 on wood. And now you queue up some villagers to stone. This is simple. This is not like the best timing. Of course you can do a better timing. Of course you can do a better pool with your villagers, etc. But what we are playing for is the simplicity of the build. To understand how simple it is to play with every civilization that I'm making the guide for it, of course. Because like we can't do like only 3 villager on food or 1 villager gold, just get her the gold faster. There is a possibility that we can do that as well. But the reason why I'm not doing that, because I want this guide for you to be the most easiest and simplest way to follow. So the 6 on wood and the rest of them going to stone now. Okay, I'll just keep making the villagers to get the stone. So what we are actually going to do is going to be really funny. But we are building our second TC, not on a natural resource. You can even build if you wish to build like on a deer camp. But if you are playing against a French and you are running out of time, you can't do that, then you just build it somewhere else. Alright, we are aging up. We immediately queue up the fresh food stuff, and we need the fertile crescent as well. As soon as we get the gold from the 2 villager. Okay, we have the gold, fertile crescent. And now we are just focusing to gather resources to the second TC. Again, there's a possible way to get your second TC out much faster, but we are just focusing on the simplicity of our build. Petrarchus are almost done, and just build a second TC. That's all you can do. These builds mostly for 1 versus 1 and not for Tingins. So we need 245 stone, and we have that. Boom. Let's say we build on the deer camp. You don't need to build it on deer camp. You can build it, but you don't need to build it on deer camp. You can just build next to a wood as well. That's perfectly fine. Alright. Building up that second TC. You can push the deer a little bit closer with your scout if the deer is not close to your TC, to make sure they are closer. And now it's gonna be very weird, but we are actually just making archer ranges, like a lot of archer ranges. And make sure you have a lot of villager and wood. So the 2 things you need to do: wood, villager, food villager. And from here on, do not be scared of building walls. You will need a lot of wall all around your economy. So wall and archer, wall and archer. That's all you need to do. Wall and archer, wall and archer. And just keep making archers. Because with Abbasid, what we are going to do is to protect our resources with archers only, and get to the castle age. We are just making archers, just archers. If the enemy has horsemen, we have archers. If the enemy has Manaton, we have archers. He can have 10 horsemen if you have 100 archers. He can have 10 knights if you have 100 archers. And just keep making archers. You can even make another archer. You can even make a tower on your gold, get a little bit extra stone and upgrade it. But what you need to do is just make archers. That's simple. And now, if you feel like you can secure your resources, or if you feel like you can build a tower on your gold, just build a tower, start to gathering gold soon as well. Because at the same time we are making archers, we're getting closer to the castle age. Because the villager making is very cheap, right? For the Abbasid, you can pay only 32 food to make a villager. That's really push you to reach to the next age. And all you have to do is just make simple normal archers. Reach golden age tier 1. If you reach golden age tier 1, you get 50% better gathering speed. And just keep making archers. And try to reach castle age. Even if your enemy rush castle age, but if you have 100 archers, then what he can do, right? Make a mangonel with what economy? Just keep making archers. No upgrades. Archers. And just keep making archers. And focus on castle age at the same time. Archer, castle age. Archer, castle age. And when you get enough gold to get to castle age, you can get the composite bows, which gives only for the Abbasid archers, not the camel archers, only for the Abbasid archers to have more attack speed, which is gonna make your archers into a machine gun. Yes, you heard it correctly, a machine gun archer. We can very slowly age up. You can even build more farms. You can walls. Like let's say you wanna protect your gold, so you can build walls like this as well. Because why not? So let me show you the power of a lot of archer. Even if the enemy has horsemen, he has +1 ranged armor. So if I don't even have +1 ranged damage. So I'm even doing less damage to him. The reason why I'm not building the wall very close to the gold, because my units, I want them to walk around the gold. So there are two possible ways to build around your resources. You either build it like very close to the gold, or you build it a little bit further away, but you can now walk around your gold. Both are a good idea. And of course, now we can build some barracks as well, because we need to make gulams. We are up to the castle age very soon, and we are just keep making archers. When you go up, the first thing you wish to upgrade is the composite bow, don't forget. Yeah. Composite bow and the archer upgrade. Okay, aged up. It's time for the upgrades I just mentioned to upgrade. Composite bow. And after that the boot camp. And just keep making archers, keep making gulams. With Abbasid, this kind of play, you just need to protect your base. Up until you get to the castle age, and your archers will become a machine gun. You will see 40 seconds for these archers, and they will absolutely humiliate the enemy. Abbasid plays more like a boomy Steve that likes to survive against the enemy onslaught. But you will be able to do that because you can just simply spam archers and age up at the same time. Thanks for your videos being insanely cheap. By only archers, what the opponent makes French comes with knights early. You just make archers. You don't care about anything else because you will age up at the same time. You just play tower defense around your base, and that's it. You just stay around your base. If your opponent is Knight Civilization, you can get a +1 damage for your archers. Why not? But what you need to aim for is to just look at the attack speed. So what you need to aim for is just to protect yourself. You get to the castle age, you have these demon archers. We can call them demon archer. Why not? With 1.25 attack speed. Look at that attack speed. It's crazy. Look at that. So this is the Abbasid archers when you are going to the next stage. Actually crazy. You can even spam farms, because don't forget, your farms are cheaper. They are only 53 wood. Now, this is a very simple, easy way. You can grab this guide, you can mix it, do it on your own way, but this is just a really good start on how to play differently than any other pro player playing their meta. Don't be a meta slave, enjoy the game and have fun. Boom. Why not FFA? Because I'm making guys right now. Because I needed a day where I just cook up guides. Because I, like... Let me show you. Just a minute. Okay. I bid. Okay, let's do it with Ayubit. Alright. Welcome everyone to the Ayubid F the meta. We are not playing by the meta. So in this build, this is gonna be a really different Ayubid build. It's not gonna be at close at all to the meta build. We actually don't go for berries first. That's crazy, right? We are just playing it very, very simple. The reason why I'm not going berries first, because I want to make this build very, very simple, and also I want to make this build a boomy build. Because most of the players are not playing boomy with this civilization, and I want you a little bit focus on the boom with Ayubids. So we are starting on sheep first. We are building the house inside, always inside the range of the TC. The reason behind that, if you get tower rushed and you build the house here, there's most likely the enemy will able to torch it down. So don't forget, never ever build your house outside of the range of the TC. Never do that. Also a really good tip for the sheep. If your villagers are trying to kill the same sheep because there are no more dead sheep on the ground, just grab one villager, click on the sheep, and then bonk, just click back to food. If you do this, you are not wasting time. Now we have the 8-2. Don't forget, we just need to build a landmark. You can even do, like, you just shift click up with the House of Wisdom, right? That's a possibility. Alright, that's good. And the villager, as soon as the villager comes out, you just right click the landmark and the villager comes out and we start building the House of Wisdom. Alright. Now, in this build, you don't need to leave villagers on your gold. You can immediately send them to wood. Just watch this build. You're gonna say like, wow, that's way different and interesting. Alright, as soon as we have the gold, remove the villagers, click up with the economic win growth. So we are going growth. Make sure you have 4 villager on food. And now just queue villagers to your stone. Okay. So don't forget, the wood around your TC will give you 150, 150, 300, 150, 450 wood, which is enough for you to build a house and a TC. Now just queue up villagers to your stone. And you just only need 4 villagers for non-stop villager production. If you need to, kill a sheep. And boom, back to food. And what this build will give you. So this build will increase the food of your berries. And also you get 3 extra villager. Isn't that crazy? 3 extra villager and 50 extra food. Wow, look at this. This is a marine law spawn. We aged up almost, so I'm going to build a house because we need the villagers. Okay. We almost have the stone as well. We get the 3 extra villager. More food on the berries. And it's just based on you where you want to build a TC. And also based which civilization you are playing against. So let's say you build it here, because why not? Because we are playing against French and the night is coming, right? So the enemy knight is coming, so you want to build your TC a little bit more safer location. So we build it here, which secures the wood line and the berries here. And after that we just build farms. Sorry, mill and walls. And you will not see this build in a pro league, but if you try this, it's not bad at all. As like a starting build for the IU build. Look at that, we have the 2 TC, we already have 3 extra villager attacks to the House of Wisdom. And from here on, what you need to do is only to intercept the enemy rush with like knights or archers up until we can get their gold. If we have access to gold, we can make our camel archers, aka desert raiders. You can even send more villager to wood if you feel like damn, I need the production build. I don't need more food on. I just need to build my production buildings. You can start with an archer range, you can start with a stable. That's the most simplest way. Or you can start with a barrack. It's always based on which civilization you are playing against. That's the production building you are going to build. And again, we are up with 3 extra villager, and we have more food from the berry bush when you build a meal on it. Let me show you that. Here again, you can make archer, you can make horseman, you can make spearman. You just need to secure a little bit of army around your TC so you can go to the gold and make desert raiders. So this food not gonna be 350, it's gonna be actually 400. So whichever the production building you need to build, like barrack, archer range, and stable, is up to which opponent you are playing against. See, 400 food and not 350 because the growth gives you 50 extra food. And now you're just making a little bit of army. Let's say it's 1 minute later already, you have more units and you can secure your own gold. Just secure the gold. If you can secure gold, now you can secure your base as well. Just make a few walls. Nobody gonna bite you if you make some walls. And now just mass army around your base. Secure your own gold. Put less villager on wood now because we wish to age up. So we need more villager on food and gold. Just keep making units while aging up at the same time. Trying to age up. We will need less villager on wood now. If you are facing against a player who, let's say, HRE and rush to Castle Age with a burger, what you can do is actually desert raiders. Let me show you why. So you are still focusing to age up. You have an option which is the culture ring advancement, which is only 900 food and 500 gold, and also 20% less time. So you can get to the next stage way much faster. Like instead of 2 minutes, it's only 1 minute 36 seconds. And of course much cheaper as well. So if you are facing against someone who rushed to Castle Age insanely fast and they're approaching with Minotaurs, you choose that one and you make Desert Raider. Again, the reason behind that, because the Desert Raider has actually 5 melee armor and 13 melee damage. So they are insanely good against HRE or OOTD Minotaur Rush. Even if OOTD comes with H2 Minotaurs, you can make Desert Raider to counter them. If they have Spearman or Archer, you can counter the Spearman by switching your weapon to bow. So now they become ranged units and you can snipe out the Spearman. But with Archers, you're gonna have a hard time and actually you have to use your own Archer or Horseman to counter out their Archers. Here, if you have too much wood, you can even concentrate your villagers to build a few farms. These are not basic farms, so they are not cheaper. Or you can build more production building or more farms, because why not? Or more walls. Just don't be scared of using walls. If you wish to, if you need to use walls, just use walls. And let's say we are going out with the advancement because the enemy rushed to Castle Age, right? And we need to get to the Castle Age as well very fast while building more production buildings. And again, if the enemy rushes you with Minotaurs, just make Desert Raiders. Thanks to their insane melee armor in the Feudal Age, they can handle Minotaurs with zero problem. And again, you will not see this in the meta, but for beginner players or lowly players under Conqueror, this style of Aoe build is really nice and very simple to do. When you are going to the castle age, you can upgrade your units. You can get the crossbow if you are playing against the marathon rush. And that's it. This is the most very simple way to play a TTC IU bid. If you wish to try this, try it out against AI first and after that on a rank ladder. I hope you like it. From here on, you just need to follow the counter meta, not counter meta, sorry. The counter measurement was like crossbow counters, knight, man at arm, archer counters, spearman, and crossbow. So here you go. Good luck, have fun with this simple IU bid build. Alright, I need to play again now. We are recording so many videos. Okay, we recorded 4. I'm gonna play a few games and we're gonna continue, okay? Because I've been streaming for 2 hours and I haven't played a single game yet. Just recording. Whew! Okay, I need to upload all this. Would you say the mixed army is best about? It's always good. Doesn't matter what civilization you play, a mixed army is always good. I really like to play a mixed army. Yeah. How do you know the moment to build an army or boom, or in FFA you always want to boom? In FFA you always want to boom. Players who are not booming in FFA most likely will lose the game. Like there is a really small chance someone who doesn't boom wins the FFA game. Almost impossible. That's why most of the games I lose as well when someone is being aggressive against me. Because just push me back. Push me back a lot. Okay, I'm going to upload all videos right now that I just recorded today. Wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah. What do we have here? What do we have? Goddamn here.
Pace move. Est facile, cavalier. Equites in avant. Orchest. Comprendo.
Edifico.
Escolto. Quid ordens, perans, gloria. Obeio. Vado qui tost. Esper en les camps. Cavallo.
Si, comprendo.
Non mo
Si. Orchest. Escolto. Bene.
No way. No way I just did that.
Ascolti.
Che? Quod. Ambulo. Lavoro.
No way I just did this.
Escolto. Mason.
Mandement.
paratus et
Occideles. Tuts.
Aiuto!
Ascolto. Vado. Mason. Vado.
Oh my god.
Colonna.
He just Oh my god. Oh my god. Your daily pro play be like. Damn. I stopped. I just finished with some guide and I already choose violence.
Mandements.
esper en les camps.
Escolte. Ubi va spero.
Quad.
Paratus et vado qui tost. Quid ordens, perans, gloria. Secund
Stop
mandement.
thinking guys. How about I start finishing you? I'm gonna build a dock here so nobody gonna mess with me.
Spero.
Oh wait, I forgot to click on the king.
Obeio, cavallo.
Damn, poor guy. That's why I always watch your kings, chat.
Ubi vado.
That's why you always watch your kings.
Axe de l'ennemi!
Just like that.
Perans, gloria! Obeio, civilier. Obeio, en les camps.
Escolto. What? Orchest. Edifico.
Quid ordens, commemorant.
So I can get their gold that way. I guess here. Or there.
Perans, gloria.
Si. Paras.
Ubi vado. Edifico. Si. Si.
Espero vado qui tost.
That was my kill. What do you mean your kill?
Finit. Spero. Voilà materia.
Mais. Parats.
Paratus et Cavallo.
Quad.
Mandesco, ici Vatos.
Escolte. In. Alla mater. Mandemans. Oh.
Esperance.
I think this goal is closer.
Gloria. Si, comprendo.
Oh.
Parats. Si. Okay. Mandemans.
So I need to collect that one though.
Escolte. Escolte. Fuaro.
Paratus et Promptus.
So can't collect that. I can collect this. Can't collect that.
Colones colones caminans. Ubi vado, ma sono.
Escolto. Mais.
Sì. Laburo. Escolto.
Quad. Parats.
Mandemans. Bacchas.
Colonnes Parats.
Où est de la bourre?
Yeah.
Ubi vado?
Okay, thank you so much for the clip. I see the clip.
Si sommet.
Okay.
Che. Me. Movo. Ubi vado. Quad. Edifico.
Ubi vado?
La bourre Ferrand.
Those fishing ships are
Escorte.
insanely important.
Mandesque.
Me. Vado.
I might need to queue up one villager.
Où est de la bourre?
Colonnes. Parats et Colonnes. Paitis. Si, cavo. Colonnes requiem mondement.
Et Jelly Mandemans.
Mandemans. Colones. Intral. Colones. Parti.
Parats pour venir.
Colones. Paretis. Quities colones. Eccelimandamont. Escolte bene. C'est comme actives exploitées.
Voici obéissez.
What the fuck?
Cette vertu.
Dictus mue.
Annonce de terre, diquitore.
Adverten! Oye! Archer, Yahweh! Restos!
Brest pour une sanglante.
I don't know what happened here.
Oyez, tout le monde.
There's a water fight.
Oi! Oye! Los de von Speyes, muy besoin! Besoin à faire?
Oyez, les ordonnances.
Quels sont vos commandements? J'y fais vos commandements.
Okay.
Brest Suisse de vos looks des via mer.
Oh, me fauti, comme volets. Lors se bâtit de ses pieds.
Advertance, tout le monde. Elle besoigne. Oyez, les ordonnances.
Bien vos oeils.
Lors dévonce nos salaires. Bien, bien.
Quel est vos
Oi.
Advertens, oyez les ordonnances.
Oyez. Attendez, les commandements, manance.
Votre commandement! Manance! Ouvrons donc!
Oh, ne pas au gras.
Besoin à faire.
Dictus mue ma besoin. Chacune smoult à vos dicte vos amen.
3 relic, not bad.
Comme bon te jouer, chance d'armes. Les tiennes d'armes.
Bonne besoin à Edgefect. Oyez tout le monde!
Brest pour une sang. Compagnon. Je t'espère en Saint-Pie. Dicte vos looks des jam.
Besoigne.
Brest suis de vos vertus, oui de ma fouet. Envelopperai.
Advertance. Manance. Reste votre commandement.
Oyez les ordonnances.
Tiens d'armes vos trahir. Cher droit est ma vouée. Reste Suisse de continent. Jouez votre plaisir. Compagnon, Brest Boratier.
Oh, nice.
Allons, manance.
M besoin. Coste ya Laurette. Que faut-il?
Oyez, tout.
Pour vous servir.
Oyez tout chacune en sa place.
Mais fier de moi.
Quel est votre plaisir?
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Manance, offrance donc. Attendez.
Tech. Scout Dutch.
Bonne besogne, un besoin. Oi, mestier de moi.
Compagnon.
Que faut-il donc besoigner?
Porte. Genstans.
Advertance, tout le monde. Oyez les ordonnances. Fouiller est ma toute.
Les Genstans postières. Dicte votre plaisir. Vertu, quid.
Oil, messieurs des mouets. Chevalier Bastille.
Bien vos oi. Ainsi soit.
Besoin de faire.
Droite est ma vouée. Vertu, quid ma vouée. Preste.
How did you see that? What the fuck?
Attendez les commandements, Thanos!
Compagnon. Bien vos
Reste pour la besogne, Manos! Dosia Lauret! Besogne nous attendre, Manos!
Advertance, marchiez arrière, moi, Trestos. Vecchier,
Oyez, tous l'or qui reste fait.
oyez les ordonnances.
Advertance, tout le monde.
Advertance, tout le monde.
Manons, reste à besoin de nous attendre. Manon.
Pas une sanglante à dire.
Okay, look at this, look at this. He made the ram, right? But look at this.
Besoigner après.
Look at this.
Oyez moi, besoin. Manance! En France! Un besogne.
On ne pas vous trahir?
Oyez, advertance, tout le monde. Marchiez arrière moi, reste tous.
He's weak. Look. He's like, ah. Hold up. I'm gonna send the unit team first. Oh, the army is over.
Bayez, oyez, si veut spotter.
Reste auré! Oyez les ordonnances.
Oil, oyez les ordonnances. Lors bâti de s'estuer.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Oyez moi, besogne. Oyez tout le monde.
Oil, attendez.
Mais chacune en sa place.
Oyez, tout le monde. Allons, ça.
Auditez, frère. Toujours.
Oyez les ordonnances. Que faut-il donc besoigner? 16 belles mains, ouais.
Oh yes! Si, les exploitières!
Besoigne Manance.
Besoigne Adjutant de Lors de Vance nos salaires. Oh, me faut une trappe.
Dicte.
Aveyez-votre, reniez votre arme.
Oyez les ordonnances. Marchier. Oyez tous le monde. Lors de Vance nos salaires.
Adversaire, annonce, s'adresse tous. Voyez, tous le monde.
I might have a few keep.
Peoples obéis.
Voyez, si, comme volet.
Only mine.
Allons, s'adresse tous. L'ennemi nous enfuit.
Advertance de ce monde.
Ad-
Oyez tous le monde. Allons, ça, reste tous. Oyez les ordonnances.
Une sanglante hâtie.
Oi, vestiaire de mouet.
Compagnon, reste par et compresse.
Voyez, tous le monde. À votre
Look.
Compagnon, Compagnon, reste par
Spain Asia could be great in this situation, but I guess what did I got? I got the Fate of Castile, brother. Fucking 18 damage in H stream? 18? Dude, this is so broken. Like, imagine a Castle Age unit, 18 damage. Damn. Did you see, but because of the TC? I think because of the TC range. Because the TC vision range is insane. I think he saw that by the TC, right? I would want to check that. Alright, let's play one more, and after we are uploading more, we're recording more guides. I need to make thumbnails for them. I put all those videos for members now because they have no thumbnail, but I would not push out a video which doesn't have a thumbnail, right? But I've just pushed out for members because if someone doesn't want to wait, then they can just watch it. House of Dentester. Nanira, thank you so much for the clip, by the way. It's a little bit too long. I'm gonna edit it. Wait, maybe it's not too long. Wait, let me check. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Mm. Okay. Okay, and I put this to YouTube right now. Like, actually right now. Thank you so much, Yuri, for the clip. Boom. And it's on YouTube. Hi, Ray here. Hello. Any golds? Give me gold, game. Funny thing to me is that I see much more Templars than Lancaster players FFA. So many people say is no, I made already a FFA tier list. So if you wish to see or hear my opinion, I already made a tier list for FFA. I think I didn't put either Katie or Lancaster high at all. Holy hell, why is the gold, chat? Chat, someone summon me a gold, please. Thank you, chat. You're really nice.
That way. Working day.
It took a while to find the gold. 1 minute 20 seconds. The gold is evolved then. But yeah, but you know, House of Lancaster, they need a lot of gold. That's a cozy place. Oh, where the hell are you? Oh my lord, look at that. King, I know a job for you. I can't.
Funziende.
I kind of know a job for you.
Ridere. Fore guarda. Yeah. Yaru. Gande. Hessa. Yes.
Yaro. Forende.
Fore guarda. Ridende.
I wanna capture this real fast.
Hessa. Kuntlich. Yaru. Yes.
Hereof.
Yaro, Feralda.
Ridere. Yeah.
Yaro.
Yaru. Work on.
Fore guarda. Yeah. Fore guarda. Yeah, rende.
Huh?
Ridere. Yes, sir. Yaru. Asteriende.
Okay, good amount of sheep though. I like it.
Hessa.
Wait.
Okay. Yeah, I know you can reset the timer,
Ridere.
but let's not use that exploit today.
Huh? Puntiende.
Or bug. Or whatever.
Yaru.
Yeah.
Let's just mine it out fully.
Fore asteriende.
That's it.
Hessa. Ridere.
Yellow is out. I don't even remember where was yellow.
Hessa. Yeah. Yeah, rende. Ridende. Yaru. Yes.
Quetta.
Fore guarda. Yeah.
I think I should go home.
Hestes.
Yeah.
Hessa.
Ooh, 170
Yaru.
food.
Gande. Fore guarda.
I need to go home immediately.
Astirende. Ridende.
Yaro.
Hereof.
Yeah. Pathway off. Working day.
Ridere. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Ridere. Yes. Yes. Hessa. Kuntlich.
Abendende.
Yaru. Yes. Fore guarda. Ridende.
Okay.
Fore guarda. Yeah, rende.
So red is a big threat for me.
Yeah.
Because I kill.
Ridere. Asteriende. Yaru. Kuntlich. Hessa. Yeah.
What was that? This is the running, right? And another run.
Fore
Okay.
guarda. Yes.
Was not sure. Holy hell, what the hell? That's speed. I show speed.
Hessa. Ridende.
Yaro.
Helper!
Eridon.
Careless! Forward here! Foliente Hessa!
Charlas. Your way on Yosemite.
Forward here!
Cheerless your way on
That guy died fast.
to work.
No!
Cigar.
Oh, dude, I didn't want to do this. Just when you press C, it removes the villager of the shit. Stupid muscle memory.
Be attendee flesh.
And you work it. Entiende de oro.
Like this is why it's so bad. Even though I don't want to do that, I don't want to reset the stupid timer. But because the muscle memory and the written all work, it removes the villager out of the building.
Yaru to work.
Yeah. Farindinu.
I want the relic. I need the gold.
Go.
I want to make gold heavy units.
And your work.
Yeah.
Your way, Eowarna.
Buddha.
Yes, sir. Questo hala.
What's their faith, eh?
Yes, sir. Questo hala.
Thank God it doesn't work on the king, so the king can get to the door.
Yes, sir. Questo hala.
Okay, so the guy was here.
Test. Dunde that.
Okay, I remember this guy.
Ridende ut.
So red must be here somewhere.
Forward. Each will read out.
The fuck happened here?
Ridende ut.
Yaro to. Fette telipa. Charlaster fette. It's you say. Yes, sir. It's yes, sir.
Fantessa. Go. Forward here. Each year. Each will read out. Yeah. Fullende head.
Look at this. I was so goddamn right.
Ansagen. Reader go.
And he built it next to the Forgotten Ruins. That's
Each
fine.
will read out. Forward here. Each year.
What's their faith, eh?
Charlas hand.
Patas je hände. Ridende ut.
Hestes commende.
And you work. Congende do. What's our face, eh?
Reader Yaru. Each will. What hessa? Farendelu. Airporter! Here! Farendelu. Each will read out. Huda.
Yes, sir. West to Hala.
Charlas. Yarway on your Saminende. Yarway, Iowala. On paper.
And your work.
Here the Opa. And you work it.
And your work, eh? Cheer, that's your way on you, Samiente.
What's our face, eh?
Okay.
Estes comende. Iche brukeda. And you work it. Soda.
Fuck!
Yeah, it's a win.
Okay, I need to put the king inside. I build here a tower.
Yeah.
Motherfucking muscle memory.
Yes, sir. Where's the holler? Here went the
Like, the funny thing is, I don't want to abuse this, but because I had the muscle memory of using the written all to work, right? Holy hell, look at this civil war here. Jesus.
Here the hoof. Yarway to dog some work. Daily building.
Okay. I need a fucking relic out of this shit. And I'm fucking up by either of my muscle memory. So annoying.
Perdende that Rita no.
I either press the button in the stupid TC or I ping the player location.
This Shula Utu, one native beyond done.
An Aoe to here.
Arita, here end 18 Hester.
Dein Hest.
Stay on going. Toonberg already ready.
Give me Hest, and me to take.
Get us the Swinken to
What needed beyond do?
What will count? So I pepe.
Wait, where is the relic?
Ishil anon.
Bounding done. Hit look is good. See they to work, huh? Arita, what need us work at?
Cosa is saddled. Het will be. Give me Hester. He can't have the bar. Who's it to sir?
Baron, I beaten the Verende. So ahead.
Obeisance is with the Schulichka. Verende soa. Bend up the enemy. Wonderbuilding Ransom.
I'm seeing.
Nu, Tulkes. Set it yard.
Hard to go do that too.
What need?
Beyond God to Hestes to fall.
I think they list it.
He went good fettle, Krieger.
Lay off your Lay off your masters, Toonberg.
Another shot.
Get at the Swinken, Toonberg.
The Monkas Ishil, what will count? Bulls of heroes. The Monkas are standing.
Beyond God to Hestes to fall.
Obeisance is on your
All stay on. Ekelha. She take the better room. Every chance. Every chance. Bend it. Beyond God to Hestes to fall.
What will count? That will have it all.
Every charm and tender. See things a fair root and every charm. Build end day that return.
Get to the ready for Hester.
Yeah.
Akafiara, Modin Hester.
On. And seal ye bill.
And tender flesh.
Ready.
What needed they on
I got the 150 extra gold.
Benitez, stand and they are.
The Monkas are stand of yard.
After Knick, let us read it. All Knick need for honor, Mr. After Knickers, yell it sweet. Knickers, stand and they are.
What needed what? See things work. Rende.
Knickers, in and a it's living to hear them.
Cease to Hesters. The argument honor.
It is seat before we are the way to get. Let us go. thee ready, Frekot Mino. Nu, Tulkes, set it here.
Market it all. You then did that free to know.
Here, see what they had to.
Die market jaren. Ziet dat ze moe.
What made this be undone?
It is set the tree.
It will not be undone. Give them a hest. Skelta, you ready to read?
Look at you be thee ready.
With the Shulichka. Harken it, Arla.
See the Hestes. You're right to done some work. See they to work.
Fusetus ye, Ikamga.
What wilt thou? My way is clear.
What needeth be undone? See things to work.
Are to hear. Is Are on. It is seat of it. It's never to him.
Intended to head.
Who readeth no Tulkes. Yet that their both friends shall they. No Tulkes. Who readeth no Tulkes. Look at you both want their friends. Mid mal no.
Yeah, we are.
Mid
Again.
yet that their rich live to hear. But me no word. Sir.
Needeth be undone.
It is seat who readeth no Tulkes. It is seat of Pontepotas.
Within.
Yet that they ready for Heston.
Yare, every charn, and 10 dead.
Toon folk already ready. See thing to work.
See the Hestes.
My friend.
Boom.
See fate, see to head. Stannis every charn.
Toon folk already ready.
We are
See
soon
the
days
Hestes.
beyond this hour, women.
Harken it, Arla. See fate, Baronuta every charn.
You're ready to run some work. One need over there. On me way.
Kill do that. I think they. What needeth be undone? See fate to work.
What need is be undone? Every chance. He'll do that now.
Every charn and 10 dead. Got the Harken it, Arla. Skelta ir, come on, and Mercy.
Okay.
Harken, Yawa. Arita, you ready for the next worker on the roller?
Intended. Estes are so pushing up and the rest of Haven cunning shots. Spannen hell. Onion stick.
Intended.
Ik ga dus zo doen. Aanwemen. Und grauw, het
Harkenala, you're a whip.
Quoi, je dis
Harken, Yawala. Baron
At wie der gedaan your gear, Arwayman, and peace boost.
Estes komen.
Arwayman, when
Harkenala. Hest is on.
the in of their roaches. Push it, above God.
Harken, Yawala.
Crossbows at the ready. Doing that and get firing.
Be ready for Jalen.
Amen, Baron.
Intended.
Crossbow.
Resay him. Arita, every child.
Arwayman, for God, Suaya, meditate, Arwayman. At wie der Estes Ilken, die crossbows at the ready. Arwayman, we're moving to Arwayman. Stir. Crossbows, you ready?
Letten us forth steeren.
Fusion, go. Meeting us. Go ahead.
Yeah, for the next what needest thou of me?
Well, I need a lot of gold.
Harkenala. Hest.
Harkenala. Estes are coming. Intended. Estes. Yeah? What needest?
Intended.
No Estes coming, men. Bell clump, men. No Luston in of their roaches. Harken, you honor. We have a tested. In more way than this is built it. Built this way. Harken, you honor. We have a tested.
Worker done.
Yeah, you ready for Hestes? And the rest stuff for the Shruid. Ready to go. We have an Hestes. One way
And we need the goddamn gold.
With that.
Commanded me.
Nu, young men.
Ready to go. Be ready for the next worker on the roller.
Frankes, be obey. Unreadable. Unhonored to do it. Your company will be welcome, Frankes. Sterling men, be thinking on the spoil.
Harkenala. Hest is aren't coming. Non-rest.
Look a busy Turkish. Hestes to obey.
I'm gonna need the gunpowder against blue. All right, this was a crazy game. It was insane, intense. That was whoo. Let me tell you that. I feel really huge. Huge.
Be ready for Hest.
I don't know how you felt, chat, but I felt huge.
What should he do?
That was really intense.
Address me at a word. Pourquoi should address Aoe?
Ready to go. Yeah, it'll get in there and on.
And it has anywhere with no skill.
Okay, just give me 2 of this and I'm gonna be fine. 2 gunpowder and something. After that, I'm gonna keep making a routine. And Garrison command really good as well. Give me the wood, brother.
Be ready.
Intended. Arita. People been at this sport to swing into me.
Hearken, Yawala. We have a pestis.
I need 2 upgrades from here. One of them is here and this one. That's the most important upgrades I need.
You ready for the next? Yeah. You ready for this?
I'm getting a lot of good upgrades.
Estes
Really
are
nice.
coming.
Hearken.
Elaines, it is team. Elaines, you ready? And the white thing, Morris.
Les sergeants, what?
Need us. We have a pestis.
You ready for the next?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. You ready for pestis?
Yeah. What need is that one, mate? Yeah.
Intended.
Ready to go.
Demonencer has now 20 damage. That's really good.
We have to Estes. Postring the Serge Orchid. Parrot.
Intended. Hearken, Allah. Pestis aren't coming. We have a pestis.
Freckers, Urhestes Arni. Command the troops. Landcarmen is getting on with it.
Hearken, you all. We have a test.
Lerno, Freres, he are Urhestes.
Okay, these are fully upgraded keeps. So it will keep the enemy out.
Freckers, Urhestes are here.
Yeah. Hearken.
Hearken, Allah. Pestis.
Legend is better known now.
The sergeant. Agent, Urhestes for the agent. Landcarmen is on the Estes coming. The sergeant in Estes.
Me blood is stiff.
I do not miss it.
Me blood is
building to put in.
Yeah.
We have a testers.
We are
Man,
very Hearken them all. We have a test.
I'm just going to wait on the other side.
Intended. Estes are Arcanala. Estes are coming.
Obedience to virtue.
An i hästen i blodet stelen!
All are doing that new.
Testers coming for us.
Assaulting, nothing will be leavened. Hurray, we have to has Freres, we are all of Freckers. Du has mit the sand, Onche. Hara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lukki out to Arcanala. Estes are coming. Lukki out Arcanala. Have a test. Dan resta for the Sruid. It will steer at the Hesta. Building to put it on. Ready to go? Intended. Estes are coming.
Help!
Lord, what the?
We wait for my Freres. Let us forth, God. All listen and do not listen. Yes, sir.
Vi kommer!
Harken, Yawala. We have a testers. What need to stop?
Arcanala. Estes are coming.
Just attack the dog.
Harken them all. We have a test. Intended. Estes are coming. Building to
Niket!
Following the attack.
Nitus!
Lerdo, Freres, let us forth.
You ready for the next? Yeah. Send them forth.
We har en häst!
They always involved us. We are the talking field.
Vi har just beknuppet.
Building the bottom.
Yeah. You ready for Estes?
They're all hard men. Following the
Sergeant! Vi kommer! Vi kommer i Newton!
Truckers, your hesters are here.
Harken, you all. We have a test.
We are taking fire now!
Commandanos. The Sage Orchid are Theranos.
Oh, what? Oh, what? I killed them. Even though it looked like a miss, it killed them.
Mi blodet stel!
Ready to go.
Arcanala. Ready to go? Intended.
Yeah. You ready for
hearts to a fire of Lernos.
We are made
Hey.
We have an Estes coming up this way.
Yo.
Ready to go.
Arcanala. Estes are coming.
Building to put up.
Okay, so I can tell you that, chat. This game, I think this was one of the best game I played in this season.
Arcanala. Estes.
Not like, oh, like I played it like insanely good, or I need to, you know,
Put on the Hestus.
flex on it. Or no, that's not what I mean. Actually, this had insane. You know how much action it had? Like a Apex game. No cap. No cap. Push it. Wow. The non-stop action. Oh, Chato, doing really good. I just got Platinum 3. Oh. So I'm Platinum 3 already. Chato grad. I see, I see. Yeah, so yeah, yesterday I go to Platinum 3. And I'm going for Platinum 2. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna reach Diamond insanely fast. Like, but that my goal is to just reach Master, and that's it. Like, I don't wanna go further more. For me, I just wanna prove that I know how to play video games. That's it. Like on a higher level. That's enough proof for me. I just want to prove myself. Because I always had this thing inside me. Let's keep telling me like, I think I know how to play. I know what to do. Like I just need to try a little bit more. Just let's see what can we achieve. Can we be a you know a shroud or something like that? Oh, this guy had 3 relic. That's 3 relic. Oh my god, how many relic was that? So there are 3 relics. That's 3, right? Let's see the relics. So 6, 7, 10, 13, 16, 17 relic. Wow, it's crazy. 17 goddamn relic. Insanity. That's a lot of relics. Okay, let me check something. Pretty fast. Just need to check something very fast, chat. Okay, wait, just a minute. Okay. I'm back. I gonna eat my food. What should we do? Should I go off the stream and come back later, eat my food, etc.? Because I wanna. So after I finish my food, I wanna continue making the guides. I wanna do Chinese, sushi, French, Jean d'Arc, nice time, blah 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 blah. So I wanna keep recording the guides because today I want to make all the guides for every civilization. I already made 4, which means 14 left. What's your opinion, chat? Just turn it off and come back a little bit later. Because it's gonna take me like 15-20 minutes. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, be back in 15-20 minutes. Okay? Be back in 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna have a calm lunch. I'm not rushing it or anything like that. And be back in